First, King Solomon writes in the book of Kohelet in chapter 2. You can look it up later. And by the way, it was my favorite punishments I've ever done in my life. A very, very clever teacher in my school wasn't me. And there wasn't many of them. One very, very clever teacher said, Avi Hill, you're so naughty, I'm not going to give you detention. I'm not going to do what I normally do and ask you to go outside. I'm not going to do what I normally do and ask you to stand outside the headmaster's office. I'm going to ask you to write out Kohelet 100 times. And until you've written it out, just this chapter 2. And when you've written it out 100 times, you can come back to the classroom. It was the best punishment ever. I actually learned something from that punishment. This is the most beautiful thing. It was the idea of there's a time in this world for different things. There's a time for love, and a time for war. A time for speaking and a time for silence. There's a time, et melchama ve'et shalom. And there's 28 ets. Says the Gaon of Vilna, that Kohelet of the different times is that King Solomon's little cryptic piece of wisdom, prophecy of when Moshiach's coming. Says the Gaon of Vilna. The Gaon of Vilna was over 500 years ago. He explains, let's see if anyone's good at maths. Here we go. There's 28 ets, 28 times. So we all know, Vilna Gaon writes this, based on the Talmud from Sanhedrin, 97, that based on the Zohar, that how many years of this world will there be before the world to come? 6,000 years. It's Dava Yodua, it's a known fact. There's 6 olives in Bereshit. Alright, we're going to show the olives. Aleph is for 11,000. 6,000 years. By the way, the Talmud argues with everything. When it says Amar of Hatila, there will be 6,000 years in the world, no one argues that yet. So anyone can divide up and become the calculator now. What is 6,000 divided by 20? 214.2 Now, says the Vilna Gaon, you want to know when Moshiach's coming? And Shalom. It's time of peace. Time of peace. That's interesting. So let's have a look. So that means, what's 6,000 minus 214? Anyone? Not a hard question. We calculate it for 6,000 minus 214. 5786. Who knows what year we're in at the moment? 5785. So according to that, it's Rosh Hashanah this year. 8. Shalom. Don't look too far away from this one. However, we can go even deeper as to this. This is now a crazy part. But it wasn't 214, was it? Remember, what is it? 214 points.
285.
285. So mathematicians, today's Kabbalists, had a quick look. 1 minute. We're now in the year, so Rosh Hashanah is going to be in a few months' time. So what is that percentage over 355 days? There's 355 days in the Jewish calendar this year. There's 355 days. And the answer is 101 days prior to Rosh Hashanah. If you count Rosh Hashanah and minus 101 days, do you know what day you get? Friday, 13th of June. The day we attacked Iran is the day that Vilna Gaon, the Solomon predicted, is the beginning of Messianic era. The beginning of Et Shalom. That's mad. To the day. If you want to know how it's actually worked, it's the Friday night. Since we follow the solar, we follow the Friday afternoon, we follow from 12 p.m. So from Friday, 12 p.m., from literally that day, Friday the 13th, was the day that King Solomon was alluding to when at Shalom. So there's not Hashem, now we're living in the time of peace. Let's not look at the war going on as anything else other than the beginning of Moshiach. There's not Hashem, will be a time very soon of healing, a time of unity, no more anger, one of my